So I will discuss the specific industries and businesses affected by the Brexit in both countries, Canada and the UK. Now, as per the Summit G20 meeting last year, Justin Trudeau and David Boris agreed informally for a free trade deal, which should basically increase the export and import industries, having to send more raw materials such as the crude oil, nickel, minerals, petroleums, oil are the main sector of export. But on the other hand, we have to bear in mind that with the Brexit, the couple of first year, British pound will have a flux of decrease. It will lose its currency value, and that will be a negative point for investors. They won't be entrusted to invest in the UK. 60% of Canadian investors are investing in the UK, so that will be the downfall for them. But on the longer term, there will be stronger environmental, climate change, policies reviewed, and solid political alliances as well. The next slide is about Canada-EU, which is the trading seal of their relationship. CETA is the contract signed, which means the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement. It was signed in 2016 by Canada and the European Union members. The main aim of the contract was to eliminate 98% of the tariff for all the export-import, removing all the barriers, who can decrease the economy, the growth economy of both continents. Again, the huge benefit of this trade relationship, it's cutting red tape, which is an idiom to basically describe the end or elimination of all the the time, the long time taking, the long time they're taking for decision making, agreeing on or finalizing administration tasks, licensing, getting the goods across the borders. That's basically all cut out, and it's a very smooth process. Also, this contract gives access to the EU government procurement contracts, which mean that Canada has directly access to all the regional, national, European governments in terms of any issues or any matter. There's such a smooth transition, a smooth way of discussion at every level. There is also liberation of services. That means there's a free movement of high-skilled talent, could be businessmen, could be students, employees in both countries and both of those continents at a very low cost. This free movement can happen. And there is a regulatory cooperation, which means that having a product in any market requires a certain amount of you need to have a certain standard to be on the market, and having that cooperation on both level. So some Canadian products, for example, they do not require to go through the EU market standards testing before being on the market, so you don't lose time. They both work on the same standards, and there's such a smooth transition of goods on both markets. Lastly, I will discuss about the specific Canadian and European Union businesses and industries who could be impacted by this, or who have been impacted by CETA. There are a lot of industries affected. So first of all, there's such a strong political security and judicial alliances altogether. There is a whole transparency of both continents to work on those sections. Trade and investment, a huge increase, a huge opportunity for both continent to invest, increase their import-export values in terms of volume as well. Science and technology, all the innovation in the market again is very easily shared together. There is a huge scope of improvement on that level as well. We have the energy sector. Again, having this contract, it just smooths out the whole process of having raw material, raw energies shared for obviously business reasons. Chemical and waste management. Now, bearing in mind, we have huge industries, huge factories in different sectors throughout the world. And this contract is literally helping to build up a cooperation on how to have an effective waste management disposal system. Or is there any way they can work around, for example, the climate change issue or any environmental issue? So yeah. And lastly as well, we have fishery and agriculture. That basically sums up as saying that this contract gives huge opportunity again in volume and business value as well to be shared in both continents.